Hello, welcome back to From the Green Room, and my guests this time in the green room are most of the guys from the band American Jetset. How you guys good? How you guys doing? Ian, Skins,
Awesome,
and
man.
Jeff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
doing great, man.
Awesome. Thanks so much for dropping in, and I know we've been trying to get this going for a little bit now, but I appreciate you guys working around everybody's schedule and getting it going. Um,
Oh yeah.
I know it's been a few months, so you guys did release a new EP, Love Kills. How's that going? And tell us about that a little bit.
Man, it's been great. We got more, I think, more response to this EP than we've ever gotten to any record we've released, and I think we're now on like our seventh release of, singles, EPs, albums, and all that kind of stuff. And just people have been digging it, man, and it's been a huge surprise.
Awesome. So what's different about this EP from the last album?
I mean, it.
Yeah, go
There's a
ahead.
lot of things, but the first record we did with Skins, he'd only been in the band for a couple weeks.
Uh-huh.
He played fantastic on it, but I think now him being solidified in the band definitely made a difference. And then Ian, if you want to talk about some of the changes in the music as well.
Yeah, I mean, came on with our first EP called "Live, Love, Die on Main,"
Mhm.
and there was a real vibe about it, a real street kind of raw vibe that we loved, and we'd kind of moved on from. And with COVID, it kind of put a break between a lot of things, and
Right.
we'd kind of moved down a path to this place where when we released our last record, "Cat's Got Your Tongue," and I just wanted to get back to what we were doing on that record because it just is darker and it's just grittier and it's real. It's a lot more real than the sort of nostalgia that we kind of revisited with Cat's Got Your Tongue. So when we put this record out, we also decided that musically we didn't want it to sound like some sort of like a novelty act recreating 80s music.
Right.
We wanted it to sound like a band that you may have heard of back then that's still together, but they're putting out modern music right now. So I think there was a real freedom in not being restrained by like this I don't know, these kind of things that hold you in with the music. It's got to sound this way because it's not going to sound 80s or whatever it might be.
Right.
we
Right.
we I think we all feel like this record sounds way more modern than anything we've done before.
Gotcha. So you did play a few shows. You got, I think, one more I saw on there at the Whiskey a Go Go in Los Angeles. How is it playing that iconic venue? I know a lot of bands. That's something they always put on their bucket list to play, and I personally never been there. But how is it for a band to be able to play on that stage?
Oh man, it's the first time I played there. It was just sort of intense, just dealing with all the history. Standing on the same stage that, geez, I mean, everybody,
Right.
standing on the same stage that Eddie Van Halen stood on, and Mick Mars, and it was amazing. Well, we've played there several times now, so you kind of get used to it. But every time you go and when you go to the club to load in and your name's up on the marquee, and we always play with somebody great, Stephen Piercy, Steven Adler, Enough's
Right.
Enough, and you see your name right underneath theirs. It's intense.
I
Yeah,
bet. I bet it's probably one
it's
of those surreal moments that like even if you do it more than once, you got to pinch yourself and be like, "Am I really here?" You know.
yeah, and the thing with us, it's always kind of we fly out there to play the gig. It's a big deal, and anytime that venue outside of the show you're playing, it carries so much weight. So when you're checking in the hotel or whatever, and they go, "Oh, hey, where are you guys playing?" and you say it's there, they're like, "Oh shit." You know, like even though, you know, there's live music there 7 nights a week for the past, you know, 60 years, it doesn't matter. It's always a big deal.
Right.
And that's one thing I really like about it.
I'm sure not every I mean, there's a lot of bands. So I'm sure that not every single band in the world gets to play there. You know what I'm saying? So that's probably why they probably like, oh, you know, because it's not like I can start a band and go book myself at the Whiskey a Go Go because they'd laugh at me probably. But so are there going to be any other songs off this EP that you guys are going to release, or have you released? I know it's this stuff has been out for a few months, so.
Well, today was the U.S. radio premiere of Kill Thrill City on radio. So and that was 97 Underground, which is right in our backyard. They're a station based in Baltimore, but they're kind of a worldwide station. They broadcast online. Mm-hmm. So yeah, and we're also going to do a video for one of the songs as well. We released a video for Final Girls, which is like a movie. It's actually a short horror film, and cool. We're looking to do a more live action thing with either Kill Thrill City, possibly even the ballad, because there's been such a I don't know, a response to the last song, which is Long Road to Nowhere. Yeah. I hate even using the word ballad because it's really not a ballad,
right?
For all intents and purposes, but we'd maybe even think about doing a video for that song because of the response.
Nice. Any plans to hit the road this summer?
Yeah, we're back on the road. Well, we're on this weekend. We're going to be playing at M3. So M3, if you've never been, it's a huge concert in Maryland. It's basically the biggest event for the kind of music that we play. Okay. And this will be our first live experience with them. We're going to be doing the VIP show with Mike Tramp on Friday night, and then we're going to be doing a meet and greet on Saturday, all day Saturday. Then at the end of May, we're actually on the road in Pennsylvania and head north, basically.
Okay. Any stops in Indiana?
No, not this time. Okay. No, we actually come in June. We're going to be swinging west. The couple of shows aren't defined yet, so it's hard to say, but I don't think we're going to get that far west.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I think maybe Ohio might be the furthest west this time.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty good. You guys are getting back on the road. I mean, how's it? I know COVID set everybody back a lot, and I know you mentioned about COVID, and it's a lot of things that every time I interview a band, that's when they recorded their most music and stuff. But how's it feel to be back on the road and being able to play live music fully to a full scale again, not limited?
I mean, it's fantastic. You know, we actually did play one show in the middle of COVID. It was one of those deals where it was a private party, so they were allowed to hold it. And they had hired Kicks as well.
Yeah.
So it was us and Kicks, and you're talking early pandemic. So it was like, you know, 1,000 capacity venue, and they were only allowed 50 people, and they had to be 2 top tables, and the people had to stay seated at their tables. You know, it was fun to play because we were playing.
Right.
But it was kind of crazy to see Kicks up there rocking to 50 people when, you know, they, as far as they were concerned, there might as well have been 20,000 there. You know, the way they were playing. But, you know, we were a lot different than a lot of bands. We didn't do much recording at all during the pandemic. We had kind of we shifted a member. We did some other stuff during that time. We only work when we're all together in the same room. I mean, that we tried doing stuff on Zoom and we tried doing things, and it just wasn't for us. Right. Some bands, it was great. They recorded some of their best material. For us, you know, right. it was early 2022 when things really got back to action, and we did it all. We recorded, you know, twice within a year. We played shows nonstop starting at the beginning of last year. So, you know, it's great to be back out.
Yeah, it's definitely as a music fan, it's definitely nice to be back to watching live music, and hopefully it doesn't ever go back to going back away again. You know what I'm saying? Like,
amen.
So, where can we find out what's going on with you guys and find your music?
Number one place is AmericanJetset.com. That has like everything It has links to our store, links, you can find all the tour information there. And then second to that would be our Facebook page, because we interact with almost all of our fans on the Facebook page, which
Okay.
is facebook.com/American Jetset. So of course, look that up.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's
Awesome.
got all the music, all the tour dates. We're also going out to Europe for the first time in September.
Oh.
So that'll be interesting, man. We have we got what seems to be a great following over there. We just want to kind of see it in person.
Right, right. Who are you guys tour? Are you guys going on the road with somebody out in Europe, just by yourselves?
We're doing it ourselves.
Oh
Yeah.
wow, there you go.
Yeah, we were, dead set on doing it, and we talked to several booking agencies about getting on with another band, and it just never really, we could never really find anything that worked. And so the agency we're working with now just said, hey, well, let's start booking great venues. And so that's what happened. And in the process of all that, we actually have, the shows that have been booked have actually been booked with awesome bands in those localities. Like the band we're playing with in France is well known in France. It's going to be just a killer show.
Nice.
Venue's awesome too, so I can't wait.
Awesome. Yeah, that'd be fun. That'd be a fun time. Again, guys, my guests have been the guys Jeff, Ian, and Skins from the band American Jetset. Check them out on all the social media platforms and your favorite music streaming platforms. And thank you guys so much for joining us, and appreciate you guys stopping in. And let's do it again sometime.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having us.
Absolutely.
Yep. Anytime.
Go out, man. Appreciate it.
Have a good one.
All right. Thanks.